When we first moved into the estate in Lekki, it felt like a dream come true. The houses looked freshly built, and my parents had worked so hard to earn this house. My dad running a small business, and my mom, a secondary school teacher at a private school. Everything looked perfect. But instead, something was off about the house. I noticed this first the moment we walked in. The air felt tight, like the house was holding its breath. But the joy of finally owning our dream home made me brush everything under the carpet. As I stepped into my new room with so much joy, I felt something brush past me like someone had just left the room. But I said nothing. New places always felt strange, right? The first night, as we were unpacking our things, we heard footsteps upstairs. That would have been fine if all of us weren't downstairs, unpacking our boxes together. My dad paused. Did someone leave the tap on? He asked. But there was no water running, just low, heavy footsteps pacing. We went down together. Our hearts were pounding. No open windows, no cracking floorboards, nothing. As the day went by, things got worse. At exactly 2:13 a.m. every night, I started having dreams of a woman in white standing at the top of the stairs. Her face was blurry, whispering things I would never hear clearly. I started sleepwalking, ending up in the living room with her hands stretched towards me. My mom, the most skeptical of us all, began to change. She would sit in silence for hours, staring at nothing and mumbling prayers. She told my dad she felt someone watching her in the kitchen and breathing down her neck. One night, everything broke out. It was around 1:30 a.m. I was still awake trying to study when the lights went off. NEPA things, I thought. But then I heard crying. Not from anyone in the house. This was different. It was a deep, painful wail, like mourning. It echoed through the wall. It came from inside. My dad ran to the living room and saw something he would never forget. Our front door wide open, with footprints leading out of the house, and a scary shadow entering the living room. Then the television turned on by itself. Immediately, my dad didn't even turn off the lights or lock the doors. We quickly ran into the car and drove straight to my uncle's place in Surulere. We didn't speak much. There was nothing to say. We just knew we had to go. A week later, my dad went back to pick up a few things. The house looked normal again. The security guard at the gate pulled him aside and said, "You people stayed longer than usual." Apparently, every family that moved into Block C left the house the next day. No one knew exactly what happened there. Some say a woman once lived there with her children and died during childbirth, right in the living room. Others say it was built on cursed land and the soil beneath held something ancient and angry. All I know is we never went back. We later got a peaceful home. Till today, if I dream of that woman again, I wake up with cold sweat and a smell of earth and smoke in my nose. The house is probably still there waiting. But we learned one thing: not every blessing that comes wrapped in beauty is meant to be unwrapped, and not every house is a home.